Which is the graph of the given function? And the function is y equals 5 sine 3x. So I see that the a value is 5. All right, that really tells me the amplitude. So does that narrow it down? No. All of these three graphs have an amplitude of 5, up 5, down 5. So fine, moving on. Hopefully the b value here will narrow it down the rest the rest of the way, because that's all we have. So the b value affects the period in the following way. The period is going to equal the period of the parent function divided by the b value. So the period for the sine function will be 2 pi divided by the b value. So that's 2 pi divided by 3. Okay, so this is the period. Now think of it this way. This is 2/3 pi. Now, before I even use that, I can eliminate one of these right away because it's not a sine function. One of these is a cosine function. Can you tell which one it is? Right, so you can see there's no phase shift. All right, there's no horizontal shift. If there was, it would be like sine and then like x minus 3 or something like that. There's no phase shift, so we know that the sine function, the parent function, starts at 0 and then goes. Whereas the cosine function starts off high. It starts off at the amplitude and then goes. So option C starts off at its high value and then goes from there. So that is a cosine function. So the answer is not C. So it's really just between these two. Now, getting back to the period. 2/3 is about, 0.7 pi. It's a little bit less than 0.7. So understand this. When I do my little marks, right, if this is pi, normally I say that this is pi over 2. Okay, but to get the decimals going, can we agree that this would be 1/2 pi? This would be 0.5 pi. And can we agree that this mark right here would be 0.25 pi? And this one right here, this is 3/4 of pi. That is 0.75 pi. So I'm looking at a period of 0.7. So when I do this sine function, it should land, all right, it should end a little bit before the third mark, okay, because 0.7 is a little bit less than 0.75. So one cycle should end a little bit before the third mark. Okay, so which one of these two options does that? So looking at choice A, here's one cycle of the function, and it ends right here. Can you see that that's a little bit before the third mark? Okay, it's a little bit shy of 0.75 pi. So I'm thinking A is the answer, but let's look at the next one. Here is one cycle of this function. Okay, that ends here. All right, that is much closer to 1/2 pi, like 0.5. So the answer is going to be A.